Hi guys, my name is Castro. Welcome to another episode of my channel. Today we are discussing about the recently launched infrastructural bond. The bond was launched in October 2022 by the Central Bank of Kenya. The issue of the bond is the Republic of Kenya. The tenure of the bond is 14 years. The government of Kenya wishes to raise approximately 60 billion Kenyan shillings so as to fund its infrastructural projects in the financial year 2022-2023. Just like any other bond, the November 2022 infrastructural bond has two main terms and conditions. The first one is the redemption structure. This refers to when your principal amount should be paid. The second one is the amortization. Amortization is the regular payments of interest or principal amounts throughout the life of the bond. On your screen is the bond prospectus generated from the Central Bank of Kenya. As you can see, the tenor or time period of the bond is 14 years. The redemption period is 27th October 2036. The coupon rate is indicated as market determined, to mean that the rate is determined by prospective investors during auctioneering. Period of sale for this bond is stated as 26th October 2022 and it ended on 8th of November 2022. The value date is when the principal amount has been received for crediting by the central bank and is indicated as 14th November 2022. The amount of offer is 60 billion, so the government is looking for 60 billion to fund its infrastructure projects, and the minimum one can invest is 100,000 Kenyan shillings. Redemption date of the bond is 27th October 2036. The bond will be tax-free as in the case for infrastructure bonds as provided for under the Income Tax Act. The redemption structure states that on 4th November 2030, 50% of the encumbered outstanding principal amount shall be paid. And then on 27th October 2036, 100% of the final redemption of all standing amounts shall be paid. On amortization, no partial redemption will be paid on encumbered securities. On amortization dates, any amounts up to 1 million Kenyan shillings per CDS account at amortization will be redeemed in full except for the encumbered securities. So what is this encumbered security? Encumbered security is simply a bond that has been used for collateral for a loan. Remember that this bond has a 14 years duration, but if you invest let's say 1 million Kenyan shillings or less, you will get your full principal amount back in 8 years instead of the 14 years. This means that on 4th November 2030, you will get back your full principal amount. For instance, if you invest 300,000 Kenyan shillings, then use 60,000 Kenyan shillings of your bond as collateral for a loan, then the 60,000 Kenyan shillings will be encumbered. If you want to have paid back your loan by 4th November 2030, only 240,000 Kenyan shillings shall be paid back. The remaining 60,000 will be paid back during the final redemption date, which will be due in 2036. Advantages of getting your principal amount early is that you can use the principal amount to reinvest in other high yield instruments such as the stock market. Also, the principal amount will not be affected by the inflation rates. This is because the coupon rates generated by the bonds is not risk adjustable. If you invest more than 1 million Kenyan shillings in this bond, you will get half of your principal amount back in 8 years. That will be on 4th November 2030, and the remaining half you will get on 27th October 2036, which will be the final redemption date. For instance, let's say you've invested 1,050,000 Kenyan shillings, then you use the 150,000 Kenyan shillings of your bond as collateral for a loan. The 150,000 Kenyan shillings will be encumbered. So on 4th November 2030, you'll receive 50% of your encumbered amount, which will be 450,000 Kenyan shillings. You'll receive the other 50,000. Sorry, you'll receive the other 50% on 27th October 2036. Even if you don't have money now and you have missed on the sell date of the bond, you can still buy this bond on the secondary market through the Nairobi Stock Exchange by using the approved stock exchange brokers. So advantages of investing in this bond include it acts as a passive income. The returns generated are relatively high. The coupon rates are at 13.9%. The returns generated from this bond will be exempted from taxation. And also you can use this bond as a collateral for a loan in any commercial bank in Kenya. Otherwise, that's all I had for you today. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're here for the first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave the notification bell on so that whenever I post a video again, then YouTube will automatically notify you. Without saying much, see you next time. Thank you.